Hi boys and girls, it's Mr. Wood from a video from afar, coming through the internet straight to you. How are you? Good? Alright, good. As you can see, I'm not here today, but I hope you're being good for the sub. And if you are not, he or she will be taking notes and sharing them with me, and then you're in big trouble when I get back. Alright, now, if you have not gotten your ukuleles out yet, if you are a green dino, I want you to go get your ukuleles, and remember, you're getting the ukuleles that are closest to the door. And if you are a blue dino, I want you to get the blue ukuleles, and remember, those ones are closest to Miss Jackson's door, right over here. Okay, we're gonna go on in the video, but if you don't have the ukuleles out, I would just like the sub to please press pause on the video, and you guys can go ahead and get your ukuleles out. Now, do not play them yet. Go get them out, sit crisscross applesauce, and sit at a 12 o'clock, just like this. Ready, go. Okay, now remember, boys and girls, when I go to my 10 o'clock, it's going to be opposite than what you're doing. So I have my ukulele and it's pointing up and to the left and it's going that way. Now the same thing is true for you, but you're going to be going up and to the left and yours is going that way. So remember, your ukulele is up and that way, mine is up and this way. Let's do a quick review. Go to 10 o'clock. Remember, the back of the ukulele should be flat against the chest at an angle across. And if you imagine a big clock in front of you, here's 12 o'clock, and we're going to turn back the hands of time to 10 o'clock. Okay, really quickly, take 10 seconds, check your neighbor, make sure that they have their ukulele perfect, facing the right direction, and they have great posture. Ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we stop and do not talk. I'll wait until it's absolutely silent. And I'm assuming it's absolutely silent. Good. Now, up here we can kind of cradle the ukulele with our right hand. Okay, just for now, and that's a good resting position. With your left hand, that's the one that's under the neck. I want you to go ahead and make a Lego man hand, just like this. Just like Lego men do. And you can kind of cradle the neck just like that. Everybody do that real quick. Good. Now, just show your neighbor, make sure that you have good posture. You're cradling with your right, and your Lego man hand is cradling the neck of the ukulele. Check your neighbor, show your neighbor, show your neighbor, show your neighbor. Very good. Now, let's go a little bit further. Take that Lego man hand, and I want you to just extend it out in front of you. Okay, the palm faces up to the sky, just like you're asking your parents for money. Can I have money, please? There you go. Good. Now, with that hand, I want you to poke your thumb out like this. Okay, remember, palm still faces the sky, and take that thumb, and I want you to touch it to your first finger. First finger is the one that you would point with. Yes, first finger, thumb to first finger. Should look just like this. Okay, like this. Remember, the palm faces the sky. Now, take your thumb and touch the second finger. That's the middle finger, the one we never show anybody. Okay, now take your thumb and touch the third finger. That's your ring finger. That's where rings go when you get married. Okay, and then your thumb to your fourth finger. Yeah. Now, I'm going to quiz you. How about thumb to first finger? Good. Thumb to third finger. If you're on your ring finger, you are correct. Thumb to second finger. Good. Thumb to fourth finger, and then back to first finger. Good. Now we're going to stop with thumb to third finger. So it should look something like this. Okay. Now take that third finger, and I want you to just find the first string. Now remember, we start the strings from the one closest to the ground, and we count up. So string 1, string 2, string 3, and string 4. So it's just like if we did a dog pile. The first person would be lowest. The second person would be on a little bit higher. The third person would be a little higher than that. And the fourth person would be on top. So just the same principle for the strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now again, take your third finger that we just found and run it just up and down the fretboard on the first string only. The first string only. Good. Now, look at your neighbor. Make sure that they're on their first string. And if your neighbor's not on their first string, and maybe they're up here, up here, up here, go ahead and take a second to correct them, okay? Do it in a nice way. Say, hey man, first string is this bottom one right here. Okay, take 5 seconds to do that. Hey man, the first string's on the bottom, it's right here. Good. Now, while you're running up and down, I want you to stop on the 3rd fret. And that's about right here. Now remember, boys and girls, the frets are these little sections of the neck in between these little dividers. So the 1st fret is this whole area right here. The 2nd fret is this whole area right here. The 3rd fret is right here, 4th and 5th, and so on and so forth. You'll notice there are some frets that have dots in them. Okay, and those dots are on the 5th, 7th, and 10th. Okay, 5th, 7th, and 10th. So if this is the 5th fret, the 3rd one should be 2 under that. 4 and 3. Okay. Or you could start counting from the beginning. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, right here. Now, some of you already found that, so we're going to move on. And my 3rd finger has stopped at the 3rd fret, and I'm just going to go ahead and give that string, the 1st string, a pinch right here at the 3rd fret. Okay, and I say pinch because if you look at my thumb, it's right opposite where my 3rd finger is. Okay, so I'm pinching the neck with my 3rd finger and my thumb. Okay, you can see my thumb is not hanging over like this. It's pinching. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 downstrokes with me. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Now, if you did 5 or 6 or 7, or if you're still going, stop. 4 means 4. By 5th grade, you guys know how to count to 4. Try again. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Good. Now, boys and girls, I'm sure some of you might be strumming right here where the sound hole is, and that's a great technique to use on the guitar. But while we're playing ukulele, we're going to strum right over where the neck or the fretboard meets the body. Okay, so right at this little intersection here. So again, we'll find 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and we're going to strum 4 times right up here. 1, 2, ready, here we go. Good. And as you can see behind me, we are playing the C chord. And it's the same thing, it's just a picture. Okay, what we have here is the 1st fret in here, and then the 2nd fret in here, and then the 3rd fret right here. And you can see these strings that go up and down like this, those are the strings, or excuse me, those lines are the strings. Okay, these lines right here are the dividers, and the space in between them is the fret. This circle right here, this big black circle, that represents our finger. And we're going to use our 3rd finger today on the 1st string, just as it says right here. So if you see, what I have is exactly the same as what you see right behind me. Okay? Now, last time, 4 downstrokes on a C chord. 1, 2, ready, with me, go. Good. Okay.